Thank you very much indeed. I'm sorry to start with a negative note, but I have to say that I disagree with almost everything that has just been said. And I have a number of strong reservations with the ideas behind this report. And if we look first to the international situation, you can see that that is not supportive. I would draw your attention to the Swiss rejection of the idea of a basic income at referendum. I understand that there is an experiment being conducted in Finland, and I'm afraid we must wait before we can draw any conclusions and cast judgment on that. But my reservations revolve around a number of issues. And the first one I want to start with is the technological one. There is nothing to be frightened of about the technology and the advances that are being made on the technological front. Nor is there any need to be frightened about the level of employment that can be justified from that. So my first reservation is the absence of a link to employment in this. This flies in the face of the success that we have had in the UK, where we've had people moving away from benefits and into employment. And the basic income, it seems to me, is tolerant of joblessness. Over 3 million new jobs have been created in the UK since 2010. That is a huge contribution to the employment statistics. Second, the cost of this for the UK has been estimated at £100 billion above the current benefits claim. It cannot take into account the varying needs of households. For example, if they have a disability, that has to be costed out. That is an additional cost to this, so it doesn't take away the need for laborious assessments. That money has to come from somewhere, and it comes from the tax system. So, you are not really reducing taxes by doing this. You are increasing the tax rates at which taxes are being collected. Thirdly, I think the shift away from the idea of targeted support to a blanket state-sponsored amount, which allows no flexibility, is to be deprecated. A basic income is unfair. It takes no account, really, of poverty. It makes no contribution to poverty. It does not take into account the needs of individual families, and it would mean, paradoxically, cuts in entitlements for some, whether those are disabled people or single parents. And its impact on the minimum living wage, I think, needs to be thought through a little more carefully. Why should people pay attention to the minimum living wage and pay that when the state is paying it for them?